Well, that is a wrap. 2024 is officially in the books, and I honestly cannot believe the year has gone so fast. Do you guys feel like that too?
Didn't it just start? I feel like it just started. But first off, I want to say a very Merry Christmas. Hope you had a great Christmas to everyone that celebrates. And of course, Happy New Year.
We thought we'd come on here today and do another wrap-up video. We did this last year as well, and we had a lot of fun kind of just reflecting and looking back, because I know most of us, we're always looking to see what's next. It's very important that we all just take a moment and look at the year we all just had. There was some ups and downs, we had a lot of fun, and there were some times that we wish we had have changed our plans. So we're gonna go through all of this today, plus stick around till the end of the video. We're gonna talk about 2025 plans.
So let's start things off with going through some stats from the year. How did we do? We went to 12 different countries, touched in and out 12 different countries in total. We didn't film all of them, but we'll go through that in a second. And 3 of those places were brand new for us.
3 new countries, that's low for us, but as you guys know, the older we get, we're kind of doing a little more slow travel. However, once we slow travel for too long, we're dying to go hop around a little bit. It's this weird cycle, but hey, it's the life of a traveler. We also took 12 flights as well, so that's a little low for us, I would say, but we're happy with this. We're trying to figure out the balance.
Because I also didn't count ferries, so if we added some ferries in there, I bet you that number would go up quite a bit. But I was surprised. 12 seems pretty low for the number of flights. It's probably one of the lower years, other than COVID years. That
yeah, considering 12 flights and we had, I think, 12 countries. Well, that's interesting. How do we pull that off?
I don't know. Now I've got my phone here. We're gonna go through some of the YouTube stats. One is we put out 49 videos.
49 videos.
I'm not sure if that includes the lives or not. That was just a stat that came from YouTube on our year wrap up. They send you an email wrap up.
That makes sense. So that probably does include lives, because we always put one video out a week. So it should be at least 52.
I think.
So I'm surprised. Actually,
Must
feel
have
like
been the live videos.
That might be wrong, but somewhere around 50 videos in a year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And we had 7,500 comments and 80,000 likes. So that's you guys.
I know.
7,500 comments. I think that seems like a lot to me.
Yeah, it means the world to us that all you guys comment and participate in watching and liking the video. Are all the comments great? No, they're not all great, that's for sure. There's a fair share of negativity. We get that a lot, but we also get positive comments. They outweigh the bad ones. And I would imagine most people watching this video, I think anyway, are usually more on the positive side.
Oh, definitely.
With the comments. But reading the comments, we try to read them all, and sometimes we laugh out loud and we can't believe it. Other times we're like, did that hurt our feelings? And then other times we're just happy that you guys are commenting in general. So
what was our top video of the year from 2024?
2024. Is it actually a 2024 video?
No. The funny thing is that it was not a video that came out in the year of 2024. It came out later in 2023. This video has done very, very well. It's starting to slow down now, but it's crazy how many views it got last year.
I think I know now. It must be the British food video we made.
That.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I thought last year was St. Martin or something, but that was filmed in 2024.
Yes.
So this British food video, you guys, I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't. Apparently we've done everything wrong in the video.
Who knew that by toasting a sandwich you could go so wrong, but we did it.
There's probably close to 4,000 comments, something like that. And I'd say 1,000 of those comments are about a bacon buddy sandwich, which is a piece of bread, bacon, and butter or something on it. I'm not even joking. There's arguments and everything.
And I would say, and out of those maybe 4,000 comments, maybe 5 of them are nice.
That's it. British people are passionate about their food, their traditional food, but hey, we love you British folks. So starting at the 1st of 2024, of course, we were right here in the beautiful Dominican Republic, our favorite place on earth. As you guys know that watch, we're in love with this country, and we had so much fun at the first of the year, and now we're, well, about to be in the first of a new year, and we're having just as much fun.
And of course, we are in Cabarete. We started it off in Cabarete. We are ending the year in Cabarete, and we're starting off 2025 in Cabarete. Do you see a theme?
So Cabarete is in the North Coast. We do spend most of our time here, but we've traveled all around the country. We've been up in the mountains. We've been over to Punta Russia, Punta Cana, you name it, but also Santo Domingo. We love that city, as you guys know. We're discovering new areas in that city every time we go, but speaking of Santo Domingo, one of the reasons we love it is it has a major airport. So from there, we took a flight all the way over to St. Martin.
Yeah, so it was fun to get to do some island hopping, something that's really, really difficult to do in the Caribbean. You would think it would be easy, but getting from one island to another can be super complicated. A lot of times you have to fly back to the US, to Miami or somewhere to be able to get somewhere else. It gets super expensive. So we love that Aerojet is now here in the Dominican Republic, flying out of Santo Domingo. It gives us some access to a few other islands.
It's so much fun. So I think you guys know, St. Martin is split in between France and Holland. So that was awesome. We got to experience both sides of the island, two different countries, although it feels like one in a weird way. It's hard to describe. The Dutch side actually feels more like a little bit like America. No offense to the Dutch, just the Americans go there. But the European side, the France side, is much more chill and feels a little bit more like Europe.
And if you have no idea what we're talking about and you've never been there, go back and watch these videos if you haven't seen them.
From there, we hopped on a ferry, a little small ferry, to go over to Anguilla, which is right next to it. That's British territory, and so I guess we were in England once again, but that was amazing as well. Both of those islands, though, are a bit pricey, so we couldn't be there too long.
And speaking of pricey islands, we went from Anguilla to Antigua, also not a cheap place to be, but it was great to get 3 new islands in that we've never been to before.
Yeah, we're hoping to get some more in this coming year, 2025, but we'll see. We never know if we'll make it to Caribbean islands or not, but we got some ideas. Again, stay tuned to later in the video. After that, we did return back to the beautiful DR once again, and we kind of spent out the last 2 months. As you guys know, we're here for like 6-8 months a year. So around May, we decided, like, hey, let's take another Aerojet flight just because it's so affordable here, and let's go to Mexico, but more specifically, Mexico City.
Yeah, we had actually never been there before. We have been to Mexico before. We spent plenty of time there, more in like the Cancun-ish areas around that side of Mexico, but first time to Mexico City.
I think you guys know that watch us week to week. We're big foodies, and we do like a big city. Even though we live in a kind of sleepy-ish little beach town here in the DR in Cabarete, we kind of went to Mexico City to eat, just to be completely honest, and the food there was to die for.
Although we did get some food poisoning, so
that happens.
It seems to happen a lot to people in Mexico. It just is what it is. Kind of expect that that's going to happen. Didn't damper our time there. We still loved it. I'd still love to go back.
So one of the reasons we went to Mexico City, besides to eat, is we had enough points to get from Mexico City all the way back to Canada, but more specifically to Toronto. And we haven't been in Toronto in a very long time. That might seem strange or odd as a Canadian, because you kind of end up there a lot by default, especially if you're traveling. So we said it's time to go back to the city, and man, we love that city. It's so much fun.
Such a great city. I wish we could spend more time there. Of course, it's quite expensive, and being in cities in general is pretty expensive, and we'd have to be very, very conscious of the budget. So we spent maybe 3 nights there.
Yeah, I think 3 nights in total. I mean, 3 nights there is a good couple of weeks here in the DR when you're staying downtown and you're, you know, trying to enjoy Toronto and do all of the things that you want to do when you go there, you know, going to bars, going to maybe a hockey game or something like that, going to a festival. It's a blast. We love the city, and we'll go back again. But after that, we went back to Nova Scotia.
So we had some big things. Probably some of the biggest things that happened to us in the past quite a few years. We literally went back to Halifax and sold everything.
Like everything. So this is one of those things. This has been a huge moment in our lives, and probably the biggest kind of pivot or change we've ever done. Again, you guys can go back on the channel and learn about our history if you're new around here, but
I don't think it was something we ever thought we were gonna do.
No,
it was just
slowly.
Sell it all. We kind of thought we'd keep our condo. We started renting it out, but then we just decided, I don't know, it's time to move on. So
we work for ourselves, as you guys know, but it's important to remember that we used to work at agencies, web design agencies, and news outlets and things like that. We had jobs, full-time jobs, professional jobs. We lived in the suburbs, and we slowly somehow downsized and got to this point. And now we just sold everything we own in Canada. Are we crazy? I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, not exactly everything in Canada.
Everything.
We did end up buying an RV and a vehicle to go along with it, so we do have something in Canada.
Yeah, we do have Scout, our Toyota FJ Cruiser, and of course, Oreo, our beloved little RV. So we do have that. We own something in Canada still. But one of the reasons we did cash out, let's call it that, or just decided to leave, is we might buy something down here at some point. Who knows? But if not, it is what it is. We could buy something else in Canada, but we'll see.
Or we buy nothing.
Or we buy nothing. But we had so much fun in the RV, and I know that it's not for everyone, all the videos. Clearly not everyone watches our RV videos. This year coming up, there will be more for sure, but it's going to be more about transportation to get us to destinations.
So we're not going to have too many videos. I mean, we'll talk about this a little bit more as we talk about our plans, but we won't have too many videos that focus on what it's like to be in the RV. It'll be more like we're in this spot and we're exploring, but we're staying in our RV.
After spending the entire summer, I think about 3-4 months in Nova Scotia, I mean, we did go to Prince Edward Island at one point.
We did.
Had trouble there in the RV. But after that, we flew all the way over to Izmir, Turkey. Turkey was so much fun. We had an absolute blast, but as you guys know, if you followed along, you realize that, well, the fun didn't last too long because everything is so expensive there. Inflation times 1,000. You think, you know, the cost of living in Canada or the USA has gone up, like, look up Turkey. I dare you.
I saw someone comment, people are still commenting on the video saying, the US had much more of inflation than Turkey. Absolutely not. Turkey went up by a good 1,000%, I would say, from the last time we were there.
So that was, I would say, the biggest disappointment of the year. It's not what we expected to happen when we got to Turkey because we were really excited to be back in that country.
Yeah.
We were there before, but it just outpriced us to the point where we were like, we can't stay here, so let's leave earlier. And we were right next to a Greek island. We were right next to Chios, which is amazing. So we said, let's go there. But it's pretty crazy to think with the Canadian dollar that you can hop over to the euro and it will be less expensive.
I know it doesn't even make any sense, but as you just said, we went over to Greece. We did plan on doing Greece anyway, but we went a little bit earlier than expected just because we felt like we were really going over our budget in Turkey.
This time in Greece, we picked off a bunch of new islands, as you guys know, the islands that are closer to the Turkish side. Oh man, Greece is also one of our favorite places in the entire world. I think you guys know that. Going in September, October, even November, shoulder season, you can't beat it. It didn't rain once for 3 months. I'm not even joking. Sun's out every day. The water's warm. It's about 25, 26 degrees Celsius in the day. There's no tourists. And we went to sleepy islands. Like we went to Chios, as we said. We had so much fun. Chios, I can never pronounce it. Chios. So much fun there. We went up to this kind of old town that was all marble, black and white. Like it was just
amazing. We went to, right after that, we went to this crazy beach. And it's funny because certain islands are famous for their beaches, the ones that you see all the time. But like Chios has some gorgeous, gorgeous beaches that you'd never know were there.
Yeah, we love that island. After that, we went to Samos, which I don't know how to pick a favorite, but that might have been the favorite. Samos, the little town we were in called Kokari. Oh, what a gem of a place. Like Greece is just full of all these hidden little corners on the hidden little islands. Like I can't remember, but there's hundreds of Greek islands with people on them.
200 and something.
Absolutely nuts. Had so much fun in Samos. Decided to go to Syros after that, which is the capital of the Cyclades. And that island is definitely where more of the Greeks live. Like there's lots of tourists there too, but a lot of people live there year round. So that was fun. Like,
yeah, so that's one of those islands that you could go to any time of the year and not feel like everything is shut down. So even if you wanted to go right now in January, you're still gonna go and there'd be loads of people there.
Yeah, after that, we did go to Naxos. We didn't film this part. Naxos is one of our favorite islands in the world. So we took a break there in Naxos. We do have older Naxos videos you guys can check out on the channel. We headed to Athens, the big city from there. Also had so much fun. That city I highly recommend it. I think people do skip it or just go to see the Acropolis or something like that. It's a fun city and I highly recommend it. But from there we ended up, well, back here.
Well, but in the meantime, we popped over to Frankfurt and took a business class. Don't forget this. We took a business class flight from Frankfurt to New York. It was crazy flight, something we've never done before. Singapore Airlines, we felt very, very spoiled and flying economy now is so disappointing.
Yeah, it was the first time flying business class for us, and what it's like to see how the other half live. Like, wow.
I can't even imagine what first class is like after that, because
can't.
business class was amazing.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to do that again at some point, but we did take an economy flight right after that, and now we're back with the riffraff. That's us. But now we're back here in the DR. As you guys know, we have a few videos out already, more down in the south area, one in the big city. There are North Coast videos here coming up
next
in the new year.
Yes.
So get ready for that. They're not even filmed yet, so they're going to be very up to date.
Funny enough, we've been because we got here, we filmed a couple of videos in a very short amount of time. We were in Punta Cana for just a few days. We went to La Romana, we went to Santo Domingo. That was all within like a week and a half or something like that. We filmed a bunch of videos. So we got to Cabarete, where we are now, and we've been taking a few weeks off.
Oh, it's been much needed because it's been a busy year. But maybe we should talk about plans for, well, what we're thinking for 2025.
Yeah.
So in the DR, I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, where are you going to go this time? What else are you going to do? Well, we just checked a lot of things off in the south, as we said. But right now, we're going to be hanging around Cabarete, Puerto Plata area for sure. But we're thinking about going further over in the Puerto Plata province at some point, maybe over to like the Luperon area. And then there's a beach over there that I never remember the name of. We'll maybe put it on the screen.
Punta Rusia.
It's by Punta Rusia. I'll put it on the screen. But a lot of Dominicans tell us it is literally their favorite beach in the entire country.
Yeah.
So it's not even that far away from us. I think it might be 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna put out there that everything that we say here, it's all tentative. Obviously, nothing is absolutely official yet. So don't get upset with us if something doesn't happen. This is what we're thinking at the moment.
yeah, these are all just, anything could change. We're thinking about going back to Los Terranas again. So I know you guys are gonna be asking about that for sure. So we'll see if we can get there. We talked about maybe getting back to Santiago, which is the second biggest city here. So that's just an idea, but we'll see if we can pull it off. I know all of you are going to ask, especially the Dominicans, are you going to Bahia de las Aguilas? I don't know yet. Every time we talk to people, they're like, we meet Dominicans in person, they say, it's the best place in the world. And we're like, well, did you go? And they're like, no, we didn't go.
Yeah, it's funny. And then people that have actually been there or haven't been there but heard about it said the road to get there is very long and very difficult. So it's not so easy to get to. So I feel like everyone's just like, you guys need to do this. We don't need to do it, but you guys need to do this. We definitely want to do it. It's just a matter of, it's going to take a lot of organization.
It's a matter of how. That won't discourage us from going, but there's also not a lot of places to stay down there. So it's pretty rustic by the sounds of it. So that's what we're trying to figure out. If we can pull it off, we will. We said this before, we'd love to do it with some friends. So maybe we can do that at some point. No promises, but it's on the list. I know you guys want us to go there for sure.
Trust us, we know it exists and we have it high up on the list. We just need to make it happen. Speaking of making things happen, I think we're going to try it again to get to some new islands, as you already hinted at.
Yeah, we are definitely going to try to go elsewhere. Let us know where you guys would like to see us go in and around the Caribbean.
Yeah, of course, it's dependent on flights. As I said before, a lot of them, like I'd love to go to St. Lucia. So hard to get to from here, and very expensive to get to from here. So probably not going to happen unless I find some flight that I didn't know existed.
We have talked about, like, could we make it to Aruba or something like that? We even thrown around Jamaica. So these are just some of the ideas. This wouldn't be for a month or anything like that. We're thinking of it like a week, maybe a week, and then come right back here to the DR. So that's some of the plans. After that, I think we mentioned we're going to be back in Canada. We're throwing around loose plans in the RV to go in and around, at the moment, this could change, but in and around kind of the New England area in the States, up into like Quebec.
We do keep talking about maybe going down south too. Something we figured out last summer, well, we knew this already, we kind of forgot, that Trevor gets terrible hay fever through like mid-June to mid-July. And being in Nova Scotia is just not fun.
So I want to avoid that because I had a cold for a month. One day my eyes were almost shut from just seasonal allergies. It's crazy. So if we can avoid that, we will, but we'll see. We're also throwing around going back to Asia at some point. So I don't know what exactly will happen, but that's what's great about the start of a new year. We're all going into the new year and we don't know the exact plans. If there's anything we do know for certain, we'll always be coming right back here to the DR every single year. So when we leave, some people think like, what happened to them? They left the DR, they're gone forever.
Unsubscribe.
Don't unsubscribe. We'll come back, I promise. We always come back here. Some housekeeping items we wanted to talk about because these are other things we did this year that maybe are a little less exciting for you guys, but they're exciting.
They might be exciting for you.
Well, they could be. They're exciting for us because we've been putting a lot of these off forever, but we did some.
We made a new website. Literally, you designed that like ages ago, and we just were having some minor issues and then didn't have time to really address them. So we were at Athens, and then here, when we finally got to Cabarete, we had some time to like actually work on stuff, which was great. We took some time off just to check some things off. So we launched our new website finally.
We put a lot of work into this one. There's lots of tips on there, blog posts, but there's also a lot of resources. We found that you guys ask us a lot about travel gear, insurance,
all that stuff.
You name it. So we have pages on all of that stuff. So that's really, really exciting. Also, we should probably promote this a little more. We're web designers, and we have a web design company called Hop Creative, hopcreative.com, that's entirely different than what we do. And we had lots of you guys hire us to build your website. So if you need a website, you can hire us. Just putting that out there because I think sometimes people don't know we have two very different jobs, I guess. YouTube, and then like we're web designers.
Yeah, but back to the YouTube stuff. We also put out, people have been asking us for ages to design and put out some new merchandise, so we finally got around to that. We're hoping to do a few more things as well, but there's some new designs on there, some new items, so go check that out as well. And then one thing we get at, a lot of you guys that are watching us come to the north coast of the Dominican Republic or found us that way through Cabarete, or you're coming here, and we get so many people asking us for a restaurant recommendation. So we put together a little guide. I'm hoping that by the time this video comes out, it'll be ready.
Yeah, I think we should have it out now.
Yeah, so it's going to be a PDF guide that it is going to be a paid thing, but it won't cost very much, but we put a ton of time into that. So we really hope you guys are into it because people ask us literally all the time for recommendations. So this is going to be a little paid thing on our website. You can download it, you'll get a PDF, and then you'll have access to this map with all of our favorite places.
Yeah, all of our favorite places to eat in and around Cabarete. So we highly recommend you guys check that out. All right, we talked about a lot today, and I don't think we said who we are, just in case there's anyone new. It's Trevor and Anna.
This would be a funny video to pick us up on.
We're bad at YouTube. Trevor and Anna, delightful travelers. Thank you for tuning in. Honestly, we appreciate each and every one of you guys that come back and watch the videos, or just people that watch in general. I know we have Patreons and channel members.
People we don't say thank you enough to, because as I know we hint at how expensive this job is. It's an expensive one, and those people, even if it's like $1 a month, it means so much to us.
It means the world that we can do this, and don't think that's lost on us. We know how amazing it is that we get to make these videos, but not that. It's the community we all have here of travel, and that's our favorite part. And if you guys weren't watching, I know I said this before, we probably wouldn't be doing this. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for tuning in and just kind of supporting the channel. And by the way, a lot of you guys ask, and you say, well, I'm not subscribed, I just watch. It's free to subscribe. It's just the word subscribe sounds like you're subscribing.
I think people get the join thing and the subscribe thing confused. So joining is like supporting us every month, but subscribing is literally just a button. It's totally free, and it just will send you notifications and show you our videos.
It's not like you're subscribing to Netflix or something like that for a fee. It's just free. It's just a button. You click that, and then the videos come to you, so you don't have to find them. Just have to point that out because a lot of people ask us about that.
And you might wonder, like, why should I do that? One, you'll get notifications, but also for us, YouTube likes it when people subscribe and then they keep watching. Like, that's very good for the algorithm, is to have your subscribers watch your videos.
It's a good free way to support us by hitting the subscribe button or watching the ads. I mean, you can skip them if you want, but the ads support us as well. It's all free. We're rambling on. We should probably wrap the video. We realize it's a long one. We hope you guys enjoyed it today because we just wanted to come on here and have a little fun. Thank you guys. Recap the year. And that is it for now. Coming up, expect some North Coast videos. I can't wait.
I know. So excited to see more of this beautiful country, spend more time in our favorite place, and obviously a huge Happy New Year to each and every single one of you. We hope you have some exciting plans as well. Maybe leave a comment below if you have some fun travel plans coming up, or you're thinking about something. We'd love to know what you're going to do.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We will see you next week.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Cabarete, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.